there I introduce you to the next topic on how to hold your camera. So most of you would have heard of this one, Fleming's left hand rule and Fleming's right hand rule on your in your syllabuses. So there is something called as the, I'll take you, I'll stop screen sharing. So you have Fleming's left hand rule and Fleming's right hand rule. Okay, so you have these three. So I hope all of you are right handers, and you got to be a right hander to be a photographer, because left hand cameras are not manufactured uh, across the globe much. So if you want to if you want a left hand camera, you will have to order it and then get it manufactured. So you got to be a right hander to be a photographer. So that is the sad part of photography. So you have this right hand. So Fleming's right hand rule. You have Fleming's right hand rule. Yeah. You for now you hold your camera in your left hand. You have this Fleming's right hand rule. So you use these two fingers, these three fingers to hold your camera. So this index finger goes to clicking, clicking. Index finger goes to clicking, and this thumb actually goes behind the camera like this, so that you will have the support of your camera. Okay, you have the support, and this goes for clicking, and all these other three fingers are here. So the same way you have it for this hand as well. So you bring these two fingers. So you bring these two fingers for focusing. Okay, but now don't turn your focus. Make sure your focus is in manual focus and not in autofocus. Don't shift turn your focus when it is in autofocus. Your focus will break. So make sure you shift it from autofocus to manual focus on your lens. On your lens you have a small button called as AF MF. So from AF, change it to MF on this side, on the left hand side of the lens. On the left hand side of the lens you have a small button called as AF MF. So you have these buttons, AF MF, stabilizer on.
There are no such buttons on lens.
So what is the lens that you use?
5600 Nikon. Nikon D5600.
You no, this AF MF is there standardly on all the lenses across the globe.
No, it's not there. Even I'm using a Nikon D3400. It doesn't have that.
No, on the lens.
This also doesn't have it actually. I can show you the lens.
Is it a manual lens?
Yeah.
So sure.
So it is
like
actually
written AFP Nikon.
Yeah, same here. AFP Nikon 1850.
Something.
It is a manual lens. So
Yeah.
they do not have this autofocusing thing. It is a lens only, is a manual lens. So so you'll have to focus it for each and everything that you do. So that lens is quite brilliant lens for shooting videos. It is like the masterpiece of shooting a video. So you can trust that lens so much for shooting a video than a photograph. So you can explore so much in that particular lens. So you turn this particular the focusing part, and then you have your hand like this. So you use this one for focus, and this part, this same thumb, you bring thumb and this next finger, you bring it back, and then you use it for zooming in and zooming out. So you're able to see I'm zooming in and zooming out, and then when I want to focus, I'll take my hand front and I'll take back, zoom in and zoom out, and then get my hand front for focusing. Is the way of hold, and this is how you hold your camera. And you do not hold your camera like this, because times when you do not have hold it like this. So this is the way you hold your camera. So this is why it is advised to hold it like this, is because this is for a small lens. Hold it like this. Just this one hand is enough for you to bear the whole weight of the camera. But when you go on a higher more and more zoom lenses, the lenses tend to get heavy. So for I'll tell you, in my own case I have two lenses. So one is of 7.5 kilos and one is of 9 kilos. So for me, holding the both the lens in just one hand like this is a tough task. So in that case, you will have to have your hand like this for support, for taking the photograph like this. And then when you complete it, you have to not hold, when you are in a shorter lens, do not hold your camera like this with your lens. Always hold your camera body and not the lens. When you go to a higher lens, with which has more weight on the lens, do not hold the camera ever. Always hold the lens. Okay. So decide which component of your camera, either the body or lens, which one is more heavier, and hold your camera based on that one and not on the other one. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good. So this is how you hold. Is all of you give me a hand raise if you understood on how to hold your camera perfectly. Wonderful. Wonderful. Very. Yeah. Great. So now we have. Let me do this. So this is the Fleming's left hand rule and the Fleming's right hand rule that I was talking about. Okay. So now we have all learned on how how to hold your camera and everything.